All right, let's go. The crypto market is going down faster than bottles of Tylenol inside a liberal home as they try to stick it to Trump. Next, Father, tell them that oxygen is good for them.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
So while people like Angelina Jolie will say things like, I don't recognize America anymore, and some people will get triggered when their dentist tells them that their teeth are supposed to be straight and white.
Listen, you stupid bastard.
At the end of the day, we have to accept the fact that the truth is the truth. Kind of like how we all know that this is the way that the Doge blockchain actually works. So it doesn't matter if Trump says don't pump gasoline into your butthole, people are still going to find a way to protest. No matter how hard we try to make sure everything goes just perfectly as planned, we have to accept that sometimes you go through all the trouble of shaving your balls real tight only to have her cancel on you at the last minute. But if they start putting this shit back on TV and fashion influencers begin pushing me to wear scrotum pants, well, then
I'm out.
So we got a lot to talk about in this video, and even more than that, we have some important questions that need to be answered. Like, why does the president of Ireland look like Danny DeVito if he was playing Bernie Sanders? Are we? Is there any doubt that the goal of the devil is to convince you that he doesn't exist? At this point, is it even possible to really believe anything you see online? No one wants a civil war, but are you frightened by your potential opponents? Did anyone know that James Comey was this bad at Uno? Judging by what you've seen on Instagram and TikTok, wouldn't you have imagined that this would have been a lot worse? And maybe most importantly of all, because I know people are going to ask in the comment section, did my mom take Tylenol when she was pregnant with me? Well, I asked her, and it turns out that she did, but only when she was hungover. All right, let's talk some financial news, and this is one of the biggest reasons I'm so bullish on the crypto market to close out 2025.
We want to see this get over the finish line because the Genius Act, which was enacted by Congress and the president back about a month ago or so, I think was a huge step forward that applied to stable coins. And that's the first time that the United States government and the United States as in statutory form, has recognized a digital asset like stablecoins. So I think that was great. And now we need to focus on the market structure aspect so that there is certainty in the marketplace and direction to the SEC and the CFTC to work together. I anticipate joint rulemaking, and so that way we can try to future-proof this sort of these rules and the relationships from some rogue regulator or something in the future.
XRP Seoul 2025 has wrapped up with over 3,000 attendees from over 40 countries coming together to shape the future of XRP and the XRPL ecosystem. With Brad Garlinghouse saying, one thing you know about the XRP community anywhere in the world, they show up in force. Scotty B.
There's a very good chance of a 50 basis point rate cut. And I think President Trump is very good at giving these nicknames. And I think the reason that the Jay Powell gets the nickname too late is because he wants to go into a series of rate hikes. He's not Alan Greenspan, who was very forward thinking. They try to be more data driven, which I think is a mistake, because I think we are going back into an economy like we had in the 90s. So, it's just very old fashioned thinking, but I do think we could go into a series of rate cuts here, starting with a 50 basis point rate cut in September.
And this is the biggest news right now. Institutions are betting big. XRP price set to soar as Trump hints at crypto shift. This article goes on to say that XRP is drawing significant institutional interest with 69.4 million in weekly inflows despite broader crypto outflows. President Trump's recent pro-crypto policy hints suggest potential regulatory clarity, boosting investor optimism. Analysts predict substantial price increases for XRP as institutional adoption grows, positioning it for a potential surge in value amid a shifting regulatory landscape and increasing market confidence. And this is something you really need to be paying attention to. President Trump is preparing to open the $9 trillion US retirement market to Bitcoin and crypto investments. But here's the thing, you don't have to wait for that policy shift. I'm already doing it with iTrust Capital, and not just because I'm partnered with them, I actually use their platform to grow my crypto in a tax-advantaged IRA. With iTrust Capital's crypto IRA, you can buy and sell over 80 digital assets, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP inside a retirement account where trades grow tax-deferred or even tax-free. No capital gains headaches every time I take profit, which is huge for your long-term strategy. They're partnered with Coinbase Custody, Fidelity Digital Assets, so the security is institutional grade, the platform is simple to use, available 24/7, and there are no monthly account fees, just a flat 1% transaction fee. I'm building my retirement with crypto right now, and iTrust is the tool I trust to do it. If you're thinking about stacking Bitcoin or other assets for the long haul, this is the way. Links below to check out iTrust Capital. All right, let's take a look at some of the other top headlines, and we'll start right here with some truth talk from the boss.
Jasmine Crockett, let me tell you, before you even ask, she's a very low IQ person. I mean, if we ever had to pass an aptitude test, that's the one should take one because she shouldn't even be in the crowd. So I have no idea what you're going to, but I don't think we should waste our time. This is a low IQ person who I can't even believe is a congressperson, between her and Ilhan Omar and the group. You know, I met the head of Somalia. Did you know that? No. And I suggested that maybe he'd like to take her back, and he didn't want her. He said, I don't want her.
According to Polymarket, Trump says he will be lowering drug prices by 1,000%. I don't know about you guys, but I am going to do so many drugs.
Now, on the GDP side, this is our third time around the block on Q2, and we see a really solid revision. 3.8%. I'm a bit shocked, to be honest. Usually the revisions as you get to second and third become smaller and smaller. So 3.8% would be the best quarter going back to, and we have to go back a ways here, to 4.4, and that was the third quarter of 23. Now, it is important to point out that if you look at the first quarter final, down 0.5%, there's a balance there. But the balance is moving in favor, and momentum is moving in favor for better growth.
And we all know that the market right now is pure volatility. One day it's to the moon. The next day people are dumping coins over a random tweet. The key during corrections isn't rushing, it's steady profit and keeping liquidity ready for new entries. Because let's be real, everyone says they'll buy the dip, but when it comes, they're already fully invested. That's why I use NOMY, 6 years in the market, license, insured deposits, and some of the best staking rates with daily profit. You can store assets, instantly convert even stake coins, and keep earning. Plus, their customer support is available 24/7 to help you with your strategies. And I want to thank them for sponsoring this video. Here's my account. I've got deposits in staking, launch pool, and margin trading, all generating steady returns, and I'm currently putting profits back in to new positions. Now NOMY's gearing up for a big DeFi launch in December with the NOMY token. They've already raised $20 million, with $10 million coming from institutions, which shows real expansion. Bottom line is NOMY works. I use it, I show it because it delivers. Links below to check it out and do your own research. And with her book tour interviews underway, people are asking if Kamala Harris is drunk or stupid. Of course, the only logical answer to this line of questioning is yes. She has officially changed her slogan to unburdened with a big bottle of gin. So you know I'll be watching and I'll keep you updated with any new information. Just remember, if you find out that your grandpa is addicted to Viagra, no one is taking it harder than grandma. People will insist that they're giving something away, but trust me, there's no such thing as a free one-night stand. If that offends you, well, then you should know I'm one who thinks that masturbation is a bit of a touchy subject, while oral sex is more of a matter of taste.
Not tonight, sweetheart. Give me that hand.
For anyone who disagrees, you're gonna have to show me some hard evidence to back up your point. And if you didn't understand this video at all, I think it can all be summed up by watching this clip.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah, boy.
If you have a couple more minutes, you may have missed my last video where we talk about the $10 XRP supply shock And of course, some more truth talk, not designed to invite hate, but instead to promote thought and question so that maybe we can start to get a clearer look at each other's diversified points of view. Until the next time, be safe.